Hello everyone, this is Janice with Cricketology.blogspot.com, and today we are going to make this Christmas card, doing a resist technique and doing some distressing with Tim Holtz distress inks. So let's get started. Here is the card base. This comes from Elegant Edges. I just welded two of this shadow. This came from the shadow feature. It was the Shift, and it is found on page 53 of Elegant Edges. And I'm sorry I don't have the book to actually show you the book, but that's where it came from. And what I did was I welded these two pieces. I'll tell you the size in a second here. The width is 4.25, 4 1/4, and the height is 4.88. Okay, so what I'm doing first and foremost, or I already did this, I went ahead and used antique linen to distress the edges of this. And I don't need both sides because this is the back side of the card. That. And in fact, I really didn't need to do that one, but I didn't want any white edges showing. Okay, so this was just an extra one that I did, and I am going to take my antique linen and just go around the edges. Sneaking in a video before we head out to SeaWorld today. Today's the day before Thanksgiving. Can't believe it. Okay, so there you go. So there's our card base. I'm going to do the same thing to this piece. This is the piece that's going to lay on top of this shadow. Okay, but this is from the Recollections Christmas cardstock. And as you can see, it's got a white background. And I wanted to give it that antique-y, warm kind of a look. So I'm going to go in with this, what was it, antique linen. And just go all the way around. And I don't need to do the whole thing because the middle won't show. This piece got a little bit crumpled up in my machine, so I'm just gonna, I think I need a re-inker for that ink. Good. Let's see. Yes, I think that will do. This piece here is going to go here. Just don't want to see really any white here. Okay. So that's enough of that. I'm just going to ATG it down. Okay. Alright, and then I got this ribbon at one of my Michaels, and it's sparkly, fuzzy looking. It's so cool, and yet it doesn't, you know, it doesn't shed. Last year I got that glittery one, and that stuff sheds like crazy. The glitter goes everywhere. So they have this at the Michaels, one of the Michaels. The Michaels I work at does not have this one, but the one in Oviedo does, and they have it in gold and red. I got it in this beautiful red, rich red color. Really nice. So I make sure this is straight. Now the first time I made this card, I made it with a bow. This is actually a bow, but you can't really tell, I don't think. So I'm just going to give it a little knot this time. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside. Or actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and attach it to the card base. Just got to match it up. I already did this one a little bit, but I'm going to add a little more. This oval was also in this cut. There is a feature called oblong frame, and I cut it not in the, just in the regular, not the shift. And then in my Gypsy, I went into hide contour and I hid the frame. All I wanted was the oval because I wanted it to match. So in other words, it would have cut something like this, you know, like this shape, this oval in the middle. I hid this outside, so I would just cut this part out. So that's how I got the oval. And I cut, this oval actually matches this one. And this one, I just went in and just made it a little bit bigger, a little taller, a little wider, so it would be like a shadow. So it would be the shadow of it. And then on this one is where I'm going to do my, what do you call it? Resist technique. I'm going to move this. I'm just taking, this is a anti-static bag. I got mine at Michaels. It just prevents static on your paper when you're embossing. And if you've gotten your oils or anything from your fingers on paper, it takes care of that. Okay. And my little image comes from this set from Michaels. It's Recollections. They're 50% off, and then I had a 25% off in addition to that. And so it's like this. Really, really neat. I'm going to stamp this one in the inside. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our Versamark. I'm using my Fiskars stamp press. Get that up really nicely. Go this way. This is just a piece of the thick Fun Foam. Make sure to move this foam away and clear embossing powder. just one little part of this. Oh, no, there's a little bit more. I don't love these little containers as much as I thought I would. They do save space, but I like my bigger containers for this. Okay, I think that's good. Make sure you let that cool before you start embossing on it. And we're going to use our craft mat. Make sure it's clean. Okay, just going to straighten this out a little bit because it did bend. And this paper was from that Spice Market Recollections cardstock, this parchment looking paper. Okay, so what I'm using to ink it up is the Christmas Distress Inks. So I'm going to start with the Iced Spruce. And I'm just going to go in here, and kind of go to the middle. And then I'm going to move to the Evergreen Bough. Love this color. And then I'm going to move to the Festive Berries. And just a little bit. And go back in and blend them all. I'm going to take this paper towel and just wipe off any ink that might be sitting on top of the embossed image. Pretty, huh? And then I'm going to go around the edges with a make-up sponge. I'm just going to, this is the walnut stain. Okay, and then one more step. This shoebox, and I'm going to set that in there. And I'm using this Perfect Pearls Mist Interference Red. I'm going to spray it to give it an iridescent look. Maybe just a few. I'm going to dry off the excess off of the embossed image. And yes, it's wet, but I'm just going to heat it with the heat tool. Just to dry it. Turn it over. And there it is. You can see that sparkle. Really neat. I like it. Okay, and so we're almost done with our card. We're just going to put this layer on top. And then this will sit on top of here on my Fun Foam Dimensionals. We're going to put a little, just a little knot here. Like that. You get a little shedding when you trim it, but not anything too terrible. And then I'm going to add a little bling there in the middle. Just a tiny one. It's going to go right there. There we go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put the sentiment on the inside of the card, which is from that same set. Where is that? There it is. Just going to stamp this in the center. Oops, it goes like that. I think I'll do it in brown. Use the rich cocoa. Stamp that in the middle. I'm sorry this is a long video. Make sure I get this completely covered. There we go. Oh, I really smudged it pretty badly, but I will fix that. What I'm going to do is I'll just cut out another layer and put it in there. It'll make it thicker. Yeah, I smudged it, but anyway, there's my card. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.